Hey guys, welcome back. Please forgive the noise in the background. We currently have landscapers at the park across the street mowing the lawn. Good timing. Anywho, what we're going to talk about today are the 4 types of common sentences you're going to encounter throughout the English language. Alright, I'm going to briefly go through the list and then we're going to talk more about each as we go. Feel free to pause and take notes as you'd like. Alright, these 4 types of sentences are known as declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. Now, simply put, for a declarative sentence, it's simply what's referred to as a statement. It's just giving a declaration or making a statement about a subject. In essence, it's just giving you information. It doesn't expect any response in return. So as an example of a declarative sentence, I have, my cat is a little chubby, which is true. Another example would be, I am wearing glasses. And a third example for this is, I'm thirsty. So notice how throughout these sentences, I'm not asking for any input. Instead, I'm simply sharing information that I possess with the person listening. It may not be interesting information, but it's just a sharing of information. Now keep in mind that with declarative sentences, you would often end them with just a period. Now, the second sentence type we're going to go over is what's known as interrogative. An interrogative sentence is simply a question. It's requesting information from another person, or source, let's say. It's a bit of the opposite of a declarative statement, where in a declarative statement you're giving information, in an interrogative statement you are requesting information, you're asking something. Please remember that for all interrogative sentences, you're going to end it with a question mark. That's the punctuation mark you're always going to want to be sure to end an interrogative statement with. Okay? Now, a few examples are simply, where did I put my shoes? How old are you? And when is this video going to be over? So notice how the statements themselves end with a question mark. All right, so the next sentence type we're going to go over is what's known as an imperative sentence. An imperative sentence is simply a command or a request. However, in this request, there is no question being asked. It's simply a request for service or a request for action. So like as an example, bring me my coffee. I would end with a period. However, you're thinking, well, declaratives end with a period. While this is true, imperatives also end with periods. What about, shut the door, please? Now, in a way, you could say, well, I am asking someone to do something. However, you'll notice that shut the door, please is not really a question. I'm not asking, can you shut the door? Instead, I'm giving a command in a polite way by saying, shut the door, please. Now, I mentioned before that imperative sentences would end with a period, and this is true. However, in some cases, an imperative sentence can also end with an exclamation mark. So, if, for example, I started a fire while cooking and there's smoke all over the room, I would shout to my friend, open the windows, let the smoke out. And I'm shouting, therefore I would end with an exclamation mark. So I'm still giving a command, but I'm doing it with a little bit more force, and I'm emphasizing that with the punctuation mark, which in this case would be an exclamation mark. Okay, our fourth and final type of sentence we're going to talk about today is an exclamatory sentence. Now this is one you can identify pretty easily because it ends with the punctuation mark known as an exclamation mark, which I'll have on screen. Now for these types of sentences, you're really emoting. You're showing a whole lot of emotion. You're really trying to stress a point. You know, you're shouting, essentially, is what you're doing. And you're making something happen in a loud way, the way that you're presenting it in the sentence. So an example would be, oh, you broke the lamp. You know, I'm upset. My lamp's broken. I wouldn't be that upset, but you get it. Or, oh, my flight leaves in an hour. And a third example is, what is that? Assuming my cat has let out a smelly fart. I don't have a better example. That car is so loud. There you go. That's a better example. All right. Now, just in closing and as a summary, we're going to go over the 4 types of sentences. The first one we went over today was declarative. The second was interrogative. The third was imperative. And the fourth is exclamatory. Declarative sentences typically end in a period, and they simply share information. Interrogative sentences are a bit of an opposite. They're requesting information. They're asking information from you or a source. And those would end with a question mark. Imperative sentences can end with both a period and an exclamation mark, never a question mark, because then that would make it interrogative. And imperative sentences are forms of commands, so that they're requesting an action of some kind. And for the fourth type of sentence, we had exclamatory. Now, these are the ones that really try to punch a point or drive a point home. Lots of emotion, lots of expression, and those end with an exclamation mark. So, thank you guys for listening and following along. Hopefully, you've taken some notes and you can go back and reference those as we move forward. I'm going to go ahead and continue these lessons each and every day. I'll have these embedded in your Google slide deck for our distance learning program. I look forward to the next one. Bye.